Things to remember about res in REM proceedings. Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na to. This is my bar review guide and I am Attorney Chato Olivas. Welcome to Easy Law Online. Today is July 11, 2025. Sa legal terms, pag sinabi nating res, this is a Latin word that means thing or matter. In the context of actions in REM, iba yung classification of actions. Meron tayong actions in personam, actions in REM, actions quasi in REM. Dun sa actions in REM, res refers to the object, interest, or status that is the subject of the lawsuit as opposed to a person. Kung person yung involved dun sa case, yan yung action in personam. So, ang defining characteristic ng action in REM is that the court's jurisdiction is exercised over the res itself, yung thing that is the subject matter of the action. And the judgment rendered in that action binds the whole world concerning the status of that res or thing. Okay, so yung actions in REM, these are decisions. This would result in decisions that are binding upon the whole world with respect to the thing. That is the subject matter of the action. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin, ano ba yung mga thing na yon? Alright? So this means that anyone with an interest in the res, whether they were a party to the case or not, is affected by the court's decision. So bakit crucial ang res sa in-REM actions? Una, the focus of the action is on the thing. Unlike in an in personam action na yung yung decision imposes personal liability upon a specific individual. So pag sinabi natin in personam, for example, action for sum of money, the decision is binding upon the persons. Pero pag sinabi natin in REM actions, the decision is binding upon the thing and binding upon the whole world. Alright? So sabi nga dito, an in REM action directly targets the property or the status kasi yung thing can refer not only to property but also to status. Now, jurisdiction. The court acquires jurisdiction by having physical control over the res or the thing, or by its location within the court's territorial jurisdiction. So, a piece of property that is the subject of a land registration case. The court that has territorial jurisdiction over the property has jurisdiction. We can say the court has jurisdiction over the res. All right? And the decision is binding upon all. The judgment declares the status of the res. It is binding upon all persons, regardless of whether they received actual notice or participated in the proceedings. Kasi nga, the decision is binding upon the whole world. So dito na tayo. Ano yung example ng mga res sa in-rem action? Pwedeng tangible property, pwedeng intangible property, intangible rights, or even a legal status. So kunyari, may land registration case ka, ang res doon is the parcel of land that is being registered under the torrent system. When someone applies to register a parcel of land, the court's action is to determine the true ownership and boundaries of that specific parcel of land. The resulting title is binding against everyone declaring who legally owns that land. So even for persons who did not participate in the proceedings, they are bound. Kaya nga, binding upon the whole world. Second example is a deceased person's estate in probate proceedings. Ang res or thing is the estate of the deceased person. Lahat ng property, lahat ng rights, and even obligations. So, ang aim ng probate is to establish the validity of a last will and testament, to appoint an executor or administrator, and to distribute the assets of the deceased. First, babayaran yung mga creditors, and then yung net, ibibigay sa mga heirs. So the court's judgment on the estate's distribution affects all potential heirs and creditors, establishing the legal status of the estate. The third example is marital status in an annulment or declaration of nullity of marriage case. The rest is the legal status of the marriage itself. So, while a marriage involves two people, the action for annulment or nullity seeks to declare the status of the marriage, whether it was validly entered into or not. The decision of the court affects not only the parties, but also their standing in society, as the declaration that a marriage is null and void is binding upon everyone. A fourth example, a contraband item in forfeiture proceedings. The rest is the specific item that is considered illegal or used in the commission of a crime. For example, a car used in drug trafficking or illegally imported goods. So the government files an action against the item itself, arguing that the item should be forfeited because of its illegal nature or illegal use. If the court rules in favor of the forfeiture, the item's ownership is transferred to the state, and that decision is binding against anyone who may claim an interest in the item. And the fifth example is a ship or vessel in admiralty proceedings. For salvage or lien enforcement, the rest is the ship or the vessel itself. In maritime law, actions can be brought directly against a ship for salvage claims or to enforce a maritime lien. The court obtains jurisdiction over the ship, and its judgment affects the ship's status or disposition, binding anyone with a claim against it. So in essence, an action in rem, in an action in rem, the rest is the very subject matter over which the court exercises its power, and the legal consequences of the judgment extend universally to that specific thing. So hanggang dito na lang muna. Dear law student and law graduate, I pray for your success in your studies and in the bar exam. God bless you. I made this video exclusively for paying members of my channel, Easy Law Online. Tell your classmates and friends about this so that they may also access these special bar review guides on remedial law. I will be seeing you next time. Meanwhile, do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with God. This is from Micah chapter 6, verse 8. This is Attorney Chato Olivas of Easy Law Online, making the law easier to understand. God bless you.